Oh, there goes another truck. All right, so right down below us is a route. It's not an interstate, it's not a highway, but a route. So that is Route 54. I wanted to come up here to this bike trail, get right off of the route and do an overnight camp up here. And well, it's gonna rainish, snowish. Well, a wintry mix, but I'm at a higher elevation, so we might get some snow. They do actually close this road down, this mountain, quite a bit. Even if it's raining down below in the towns, it'll be snowing up here. So if we get our wish, we're gonna have a white Christmas. Oh, it is Christmas. Merry Christmas. And I'm looking at a couple trees right over here, and I've already set my trekking poles to the side, but you can see the bike trails down there, and then it comes up right here and then goes on out through that way. But the two trees that I'm kind of looking at is going to be this one right here and potentially that one right over there. So I got to step this off, but let me get my backpack off first and then step this out. So like I said, we are at a higher elevation, so that's some good news because I believe we will get some snow up here, but I never know. We'll just have to see how the night goes. But I gotta figure out my trees first. I think I like those two, but let's step it off. I believe it's, I don't know, I got this dead one sitting right there, so I'll deal with that in a minute. But whenever you're setting up your hammock, at least for me, I'm like 5.5 to, as far as 8 steps. So just normal steps, 3, 4, 5, and a little bit, so 6. That actually should be pretty good. Unless I go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? I put my backpack down at the one we're gonna use. We're gonna go this way instead of that way. Got a little bit more room here. All right, so let me get the straps. So from my Dutch wear, my Hellbender, I didn't bring that one tonight because I wanted to stay a little bit more incognito. Not that that's not incognito, it's just I got my one wind hammock. So I've got some stuff to get out of here. I've got some food. What are we having for dinner? Oh, what are you worried about dinner for already? We just got here. No, the sun's going down, so we got to get this hammock all set up. And like I said, I brought the one wind this time. So that one, I keep the straps automatically on it. That way I can quick deploy it. If you watch the Bass Pro Shop, that's the last time I used that one. And that's where I was right up against the building. So I repacked the bag. So let me start getting set up. So that's the one I keep all together. Like I said, I got the straps right on it. So I just lift the strap right out of the bag and I'm all ready to go. So I don't really have to worry about being too quiet, but there is an e-bike trail that runs right through here. I don't know if anybody's going to come up that hill. At least I wouldn't be able to. All right. So let's pull this all out. So when I was down there at that Bass Pro Shop, the trees were a little closer because we were hidden right up against the building. But I think this is going to work. Yeah, I believe that'll be good, but I do want to work it that way a little bit. So with these buckle straps, you just give it a good old pull and it tightens it right up. Ah, that's good. I'm going to have to put the tarp up as well because it is going to rain-ish, snowish. Man, I hope we get some snow. Well, you guys might have already seen it. I put a clip, so you know before I do, right? All right, well, I'm going to get this undone. Let me get my ditty bag because I'm going to use the continuous ridge line to go between the trees, and I've got the one wind tarp. It's the one with those the billow tarp. Tony's budget-friendly hammock setup is in the description. Not that I'm trying to sell you on it, but if you like this kind of stuff, it's a great setup with this one wind hammock. too late for Christmas. So I do have the Dutch wear continuous ridge line, which, you know what? Let me get this snake skin out. I got to sit on that and make sure I've got it right before I do that. Yeah, because I need to know how high this is before I start putting that tarp up. Whoops. I left. So the last time, like I said, Bass Pro Shop, I even got camo stuffed in here. I forgot I stuffed that in there on the last camp because we had to leave that really fast, that Bass Pro Shop. So I do have the camo. I don't think there's going to be a need to use this at all, so I'll probably just stuff this back in my backpack. But if we needed to, there it is. Yeah, we're going to give it a quick sit, make sure it's good. Now, because I'm on smaller trees, they will probably sag a little bit. Well, that's pretty good. But I can feel them bouncing. Now, I like the bounce, so I like smaller trees, but sometimes you don't get a choice. We got a choice today, though. Yep. All right, now it's time for getting our ridgeline set up. Ooh, another car. So I do have, this is a down underquilt, or top quilt. And I know a couple people asked me what degree down quilt is. This is an 800 fill. It is a 20 to 40 degree. We should be good because usually a 40 degree takes me down even into the low 30s. So we had no problem the other night when we used this. That was actually the first time I think I used this. So yeah, all right, tarp's next. So I'm gonna put up the continuous ridge line first. So this is very long. It'll go the whole way, but when I wrap it up, I do it around my fingers, and then I always leave this piece out right here because that's the one that goes around the tree, and then I can hold this in my hand like this and walk it out. I don't know if I'll show you or not, but that's what I do. So that I'm just clips right around, and then we just walk it to the other side, and it just slides right out of my hand the whole way. And we just go around the other tree. And then we got to get our clip to tighten it up. The clip, which is the stinger. So it just wraps around and locks right into place there. You pull it tight and that's done. And then we got our Prusik, whichever you call them. We got 2 of those on the line. So man, it is definitely clouding up fast. It's getting dark. I got to get busy. So we got our tarp up, and the tarp is in a snake skin as well. And the last time I used this green tarp, I had the guy lines were orange. I strung this out the other day and put some gray ones in to keep it more stealthy. So there's a difference. Some people will go under the ridge line, just let it hang under, and the continuous ridge line will run above. It depends on the weather for me. I am pulling this up over, so we got one side on this side and one side on the other side, but it's run over the line right there, so the continuous ridge line. So because we're getting snow, I didn't want it to sag. I want it to stay nice and high and tight. All right, well, maybe you're an under guy, maybe you're an over guy, or maybe you do both. It depends. Let me know in the comments if you put yours over or under the ridge line. Maybe you don't have a tarp. All right, well, anyhow, say hi in the comments. All right, I keep my stakes for the tarp right on the end of the snake skin on this little carabiner right here. That way I always know where they're at. I'm gonna go ahead and put the stakes out, get it kind of situated, and I'll bring you back here in a second. Last corner, All right. So you can see I've got it kind of pitched pretty tight. That's because I don't want the snow to weigh it down. Now I've still got to get the billow rods put on because this is a billow tarp. What's a billow tarp? Well, it opens up. So I am going to put these on. All right, I'll bring you back after I get this done. All right, I got the tarp all set up. Now this was that dead tree I was saying about. It's all gnawed off at the bottom. I'm just going to give it a push. All right, get that. Oh, that would make some nice firewood. Yeah, it would. All right, let me show you the tarp all set up. This is going to be our spot for tonight because we are almost move-in ready. So this is the billow tarp. You can see the extension poles. They just hook on either side. So there's two of them, and that kind of opens it up on the inside. You can see kind of how it's pushed away like that. And I've got the So this does have doors. You can see on this side I've got the doors, but I've got them strapped on the inside. But on this side, I extended them out, and I'm going to that tree right there. And then I'm going to a tent stake on the other side. All right, let's walk on in here. All right, so this is my spot. Oh, that's good. That's going to be nice. So I didn't have to worry about putting the doors on because it's not windy tonight, so that's good. It's only supposed to be like 1 to 2 mile an hour winds. It gives me a straight shot out there to the highway, so I can keep an eye on the Route 54 and the traffic. But I think we're pretty blended in here. Pretty good. Yes, we are. All right, I got to get the table, move everything in here to get ready for our possible storm. Oh, another tractor trailer. So it didn't take long for it to get dark. It gets dark quick nowadays. Oh my goodness, I can't wait till winter is over. I had a little trouble with my hands as well. My dexterity doesn't work too good in the cold weather. Even if I wear gloves, no good. But the only thing I got left to get in there is the trekking poles. All right, so I got a little light on in there, and you can see I got the table all set up there. Well, maybe you can see it. It's getting dark. But I decided to put the doors out on this side too. Because when I sit down on the hammock, it actually pulls in a little too much, but I got the table right there. But what are we having for dinner? Well, I got to get it out yet, but it's over there by the table. So I'll sit down and show you that, and we'll get to cooking. But it's something pretty cool. We've had it before. Well, this brand, but it's a different brand. Well, different kind. It's the same brand. I've only ever had two different ones. I had a beef brisket sausage, and I had a what was the other one? Cheddar Ranch, smoked cheddar ranch by Ranchers. And this one's going to be this one right here. It's going to be a different one. So we'll see how it goes. Cheesesteak. Yeah, looks good, right? And what are we going to cook it on? This is our cook pot. It's kind of similar to a jet boil, but it's made by Silver. Fire maple. Yeah, so I can't even, with the dexterity, I can't even squeeze these little things. I lose all dexterity in the cold weather. Not fun. But this is the stove we're going to use. But this is a pot, but we're not going to use the pot. We're going to use the burner that is on the bottom of it. And then we're going to use our cook pot. We're going to do our sausages in there. There is 4 of them in a pack. Am I going to eat all 4? Probably not. I might eat 3. And then we're going to save the other one for maybe tomorrow morning. So we will see. Because I did bring eggs. I brought 3 eggs. Oh, what's really cool about those eggs. So I've been looking for a farm that doesn't wash their eggs because a chicken, when it lays an egg, there's a natural or coating that's on the outside of the egg. And when you wash the egg, you have to put it in the refrigerator after. But over in Europe, eggs are out on the shelf because they don't wash their eggs. But that film protects the egg from getting bacteria. But as soon as you wash an egg, you got to refrigerate it. So that's why in old paintings and stuff, you would see eggs just in a basket on a table. But I brought 3 of those eggs because I found a farm not too far from me. So I bought 4 dozen the other day. And I think I had 2 dozen left. So I brought 3 eggs along. But that's for tomorrow morning. Now, what are you talking about tomorrow morning for? we're eating tonight. But I want to save that 4th cheesesteak sausage for tomorrow morning to have with our eggs. Well, that's the plan anyhow. Because if it does snow like they're calling for, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon because it will be rough roads in the morning. So I'm going to let that all clear out. But I maybe we won't get anything. I'm building up this snowstorm and we may not even get anything. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, that's right. I don't know if you just heard that tractor trailer go by. But when they go that way, they go downhill. And they've got their Jake brakes on. I didn't bring air plugs. We're going to be hearing that all night long because that's a very heavily run route there. Gas can. All right, I'm going to get this set up and get to cooking. All right, got our stove all put together. So while I was doing that, I was thinking, you know, you've heard the term, you know, a penny for your thoughts. So they don't make the penny anymore. So what do we say now? I'll give you a nickel for your thoughts. I don't know. That's just some of the stuff I think about when I'm just sitting here. It's always interesting. So those are the cheesesteak sausages. There you go. So I'm going to put all 4 right in the pan because that's how we do it. Just dump them right in here. So like I said, I'm going to probably cook all 4, save 1 for tomorrow morning. And we will have cheese, steak, and eggs. That actually sounds really good. I'll probably cut them up in the morning, or maybe I'll cut them up before I put that one away. I got a Ziploc bag I can put it in, and then we'll save that for tomorrow. But that actually, I wonder if it's got, it smells like a cheesesteak. Yeah, it does. Oh, you can't smell it. Did I get you leaning forward here? Smell it? No. All right. Well, I'm going to get the stove fired up and get to cooking because I am getting hungry. I don't know if you're getting hungry, but I'm getting hungry. Ooh, that's a flaming. That's a new bottle on there. Oh, did I turn it out? No. There we go. All right, time for cooking. Now, out of the cheddar, bacon and cheddar was the one. Ooh, it's getting nice and charred there. The cheddar and bacon rancher that we had, I didn't like that one as much as I did the brisket one. The brisket one was really good. Yeah, it's brisket. I love brisket. And they made actual sausage with brisket in it. And that was tasty. And I'm looking forward to tasting these. Yeah, I think they're going to be good. Water heating up quick. So what are we going to have with our dogs? A lot of times I'll make a bun with the provolone cheese, or I've already done Swiss cheese for my bun. But today I'm just going to do a chunk of cheese, take a bite of that, take a bite of this, because I think those have cheese in them. So, but I got this cheddar parmesan. If you can see it, maybe I'll put a little picture of it up there. But cheddar and parmesan, I got this from Aldi's. Not your average cheddar. Yum. Well, we'll find out. Yeah, so I got to open that. But I turned this up a little bit to get these going a little bit more, but they are getting nice and charred. There they are. All right, I believe they are cooked. Those are some cooked dogs. They're sizzling. Yum. Don't they look good? Yeah, they do. Well, let's see how they taste. I'm gonna move this out of the way, grab my fork. I should let that cool down a bit. Let me stab a dog. All right, so this is the cheese steak. So I got a nice plastic fork here that I can jab it with. Did that, and I opened our cheese. So I got our cheese. So I'm just gonna bite this, bite that, or maybe I'll bite this and then bite that. I don't know. But let's see how this tastes. So there is cheese in there. That actually tastes like a cheesesteak. Who'd have thunk it? Yeah, that looks tastes pretty good. Yeah. So this hear a plane going over. Man, wouldn't want to be flying at night. Yeah, but this is pretty darn good. Yeah, it is. And something I've noticed about theirs is the casing. It's got that snap to it. Very good. All right, put that back in the pan. Get a piece of cheese cut off here. So this is the cheddar parmesan. Just gonna make a nice little chunk. Don't want to cut my finger. Yeah. All right. There's the cheddar parm. That's a good pairing. That actually goes really good with that. Very tasty. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and I will clean it up, and then we've got a little while to go because it's not supposed to start anything until like 11 or midnight, and then throughout the night. We might get a little bit before then, but I've got to get things straightened up and sit here and relax and eat my cheesesteak. That is too cool. Yeah, I reckon a lot of people said their Walmarts don't have these. They're in the hot dog section or the lunch meat section. You got to kind of look around up near the top because they have 3 different kinds at my Walmart. So I'm sure that you got to have them somewhere in yours. But check it out if you want to give it a try. Alrighty, see you in a bit. Oh, I was cutting a hunk of cheese off and I dropped it on the ground. So I will just brush the earth off of it and then have it. So I'm 2 down, 1 to go, and I'm saving the other one, but I dropped this. Oh, not good. Yum. Hey, Tony, what are you doing? Well, it's been a couple hours and I've been sitting underneath my top quilt. It is freezing. So I made a miscalculation. I'm thinking, 28, 30 degrees. That won't be bad. I forgot about the moisture. So whenever there's a lot of moisture in the air, and that's why we're getting snow later, it's colder. It feels a lot colder. So I got my gloves on. I'm getting ready to change this hat out. I got my knit cap up here in my thing. Oh, yeah, it is definitely colder when it is a lot of moisture outside. So so this is my possum fur hat. Stitch got me this. This is a warm hat, and I've been looking forward to that, but I didn't want to get out from underneath that top quilt. My hand's getting stuck in it and everything. Get this on quick. Well, don't mind the hair. It's a mess. I'll pull that over my ears. So I was actually cleaning up earlier and I was shaking so much. I was going to turn the camera on and I thought, nah, I got to get warm. So I crawled back on here and flipped the top quilt over top of me, and I was just for quite a while. But I'm feeling good now. So I think I want to take a walk outside. It's not snowing yet. I did take a look at the radar, so we're coming up. We got a little bit of maybe around midnight or so, but you can see at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be full on snow. It's mainly coming closer to 4:30 in the morning, but you see that 20 and 40% chance and stuff, and it gets all the way up to 70-some% chance. So we're gonna get it, just don't know when. It can show up here earlier, like I said, but a lot of it's going more north of us. I should have gone more north. No, but for now, let's go take a walk and step out from underneath of here and see what it's looking like outside. I got to get up and move around. Yeah, one of the things that I miscalculated on is I only wore one pair of socks. Not good. So my feet are going to get cold because my stroke side gets way colder than my regular side. Let me get my light out and see if we can see anything. I don't see any cars. Oh, there's one coming. All right, so I got my flashlight on. I want to walk over here a little bit and look back at camp. Oh man, it's freezing. But this is a look down that bank at night. I don't know if you guys can see it at all, but it is a long way down there, so I don't want to stumble over that way. But that's a look back at camp there. You can see I got a light on underneath the tarp, but that's it right there. And then we got our bike trail that runs over this way, but no snow flurries yet. So, but it's gonna come eventually, at least according to the weatherman. But you know how that goes. Weatherman's not always on point, but I'm hoping we do get some snow, but it is gonna make it pretty white around here. Yeah. Well, I am thinking about probably crawling back under that top quilt. I'm actually shivering. Now, I do have a base layer on, so I've got one base layer, a t-shirt, and my puffy. As far as pants go, I've got like, they're like Nike pants. They like to break wind, not break wind, to like a windbreaker, but like long johns, all right? So they're for running. can't run anymore, but I still have the pants. And then I've got the other pants on, but I can't even think. All right, well, I'm going back under there before I shiver me timbers. All right, talk to you once I'm ready to go to bed. Alrighty, so I am in bed. I'm getting warmed up. Man, sorry I didn't show you around too much at night because I'm up for reason. I was shivering out there, so I had to get back under here, under the top quilt, ready for bed for the night. Hopefully we got a white morning when we wake up, and I'm thinking we will see. But if I do wake up in the middle of the night and I notice it's snowing, I'll show you that. But for now, Tony 2.0, lights out, good night. See you in the morning. Well, good morning. Looks like we got some snow. That's pushing the tarp down. Oh. So it's sagging a little bit. Oh, well, good morning. Oh, man, I think it started about 4:30 this morning. It's not coming down really fast, but it is accumulating. So it's different than hearing rain on the tarp, but it's not a real soft snowflake. So I think there's a little bit of ice mixed in with it. Oh, man, it's freezing. I want to stay under here. It's 8:30 right now, so I slept in a little bit. Aside for the cars every once in a while, the traffic wasn't too shabby being in here, but I know I don't want to get out, but I'm gonna have to. I've got a couple choices. I can lay here for longer, but the longer I lay here, the more it's going to snow. But then I can sleep a little bit more. I don't know. I bet if I get out, oh man, my hands are going to freeze. I don't know if I could cook right here. Nah, that'd be too hard. I could make coffee here, but I couldn't cook them eggs. Am I even hungry? I'm not even sure. Yeah, well, I'll figure it out in a little bit, but for now, I'm gonna lay here. Because just my hands being out, they're already cold. Alrighty. Well, I'll talk to you when I get up. Oh, brr. Ooh, boy. So I got my burner out. I got up out of the hammock. Too bad I didn't get it on film. But I went over there to tighten that up and I leaned over. I fell right over, down on my knee, on both fists, right over here. Oh my goodness. That'd have been a good blooper. So I was getting my water together. It's frozen, so I can't have my coffee. I don't want to heat that. Well, it's in a plastic bottle or metal bottle, but I don't want to heat the metal up because I don't know what kind of, if there's a lining on the inside of it to try to thaw it out a little bit. I should have slept with that in my hammock. I didn't even think about it. It's laying over there in the backpack. All right. So I was going to make those eggs. I don't think I'm going to make them now. Because I'm having trouble operating my fingers. That's why I'm warming them up on our burner. It's pretty. Cold. Snow's pretty. But yeah, it's cold. There's a slight breeze. I think it's maybe a 2 to 3 mile an hour wind. But the snow blew in underneath of our tarp here, but the wind's picking up. So I'm thinking I might slowly work on putting things away as soon as my hands get a little warmer. And starting to pack things down. I think that's good enough for now. Oh, they're gonna get cold as I start packing stuff away. So they didn't shut the mountain down because there's still cars going up and down, but they wouldn't shut it down for this amount. But it's supposed to continue to snow till 1 or 2 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock now. All right. I'm dilly-dallying. All right. Well, I'll talk to you in a minute. I'm going to get some of this stuff cleaned up. Oh, we are getting out and about. All right. Well, I am going to tear the rest of this down. I'm probably not going to hold you guys here for that because you saw me put it up. You probably don't want to see me tear it down. Oh, look at this. So there's a breeze coming from that direction, and it's sticking to the tree right here. So you can always tell what way the wind's blowing by looking at the side of the tree, especially if it's snowing. Well, you probably wouldn't be able to see which way if it wouldn't snow, but it cakes on the side of the tree. All right. Well, I had a great time this year and a great time on this camp. So we do car camping, hammock camping, stealth camping. We do all kinds of camping on the channel. We do all sorts of stuff. And we've been doing it since March of 2021. I'll tell you what, if you could, I would love to hear when you started following the channel and following our random adventures. Maybe it was all the way back in 2021. Maybe you're brand new and this is the first video you're watching. I do want to say that I comment back to everybody that gives me a comment down in the comment section. Like 71% of you guys watch me on TV, and it's really hard for you to comment because it takes you getting your phone out, commenting, and things like that. And I know I don't get a lot of comments, but I do respond to everybody that comments. I loved hearing from all of y'all that do comment every week, every video, and it just means a lot to me. So maybe throw in the comments section what year you started following the channel. All right, well, like I said, I'm gonna break this down. Not gonna hold you here, but we got a snow camp in. Hopefully we'll get another one in before too long, or when I get back from Florida. Like I said, I'm heading south. Burr. Hopefully it's not as cold down there as it is up here. My phalanges are for a reason. All right. Well, until next time, you have an awesome week. And just remember, it's one adventure at a time. And if you can't get out and have your own adventure, I know there's a lot of people that respond to me and say, I can't get out, so I live camping out through you, or I've never camped before and I'd really like to try it. Well, if you ever want to try it, come to a hammock event, even if you got to bring a tent. All right, well, kind of hate to leave, but I got to get going. All right, I will see you, Tony 2.0. I'm going to break this thing down slow. I might climb under that top quilt again. All right, well, I love you guys. Appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next random adventure. All right, Tony 2.0 out. All right, I'm going back under here. Get warm. Oh, burr. All right, see you on the next random adventure, guys. All righty.